For an administration that promised to be the most transparent in history, the Obama administration has a credibility gap that's growing at an alarming rate. We now know that there were senior administration officials that knew about the bullying of conservative-leaning organizations. The Washington Post is reporting that confidential information on those conservative organizations was released to ProPublica. If you look at all these various things that the leaders have mentioned, whether it's Fast and Furious or Benghazi or the SEC or the FCC, you go right down the list. This is an administration that's playing really fast and loose with the rules and should be a concern for all Americans. And just as a personal example of this, last month I sent a letter to the EPA because the Obama administration had released the information on 80,000 farmers and ranchers to some liberal environmental groups, and that included names, addresses, phone numbers, geographic coordinates, all kinds of information. 500 farm or ranch families in South Dakota were impacted by that, but it's just another example of an administration that has gotten out of control when it comes to this abuse of power. And I think that this is something that ought to concern every American, and hopefully, as was pointed out, these investigations and hearings get underway, we'll get more of the facts out there for the American people to have at their disposal. But this is a pattern that is very, very concerning, and one that I think every American who cares about the Bill of Rights, every taxpayer in this country ought to be very concerned about.